Without further ado, I would like to invite our president event to say the opening. Event time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, FAA Retno. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Winners Toastmasters Club. Tonight is a 16 members strong, and our team tonight is leading the way, right? Lead the way. So, what does lead the way means to you? Anyone? Does it mean being called a boss with a fancy title, being, uh, fancy title with great codes, leading a huge team in a corporate, in a big organization? What is leadership, right? Actually, leadership starts on daily basis, no matter who you are, right? It's in a very simple term, leadership for me, it means proactive, being very proactive. So, for example, let's relate it to Toastmasters Club, right? I understand everyone, apart from Toastmasters, you have been in other engagement, right? You have so many commitments, your family, your full-time job. Some of you might have your side hustles, and given with the traffics in Malaysia, right, it's often very tiring. In sometimes when you talk about personal growth, want to improve your communication skills and other things, you might feel that sometimes it's tiring. However, I see every one of us 16 of us here has the leadership trait. Why? Because whenever we ask there's a vacancy for certain roles, some of you and many of you would always proactively saying yes and agree to the role. That is proactiveness and willing to push yourself regardless of how you feel. And sometimes it's not about wanting to contribute or want to do big things, but being present and have the consistency and have the heart, the growth mindset to improve ourselves, regardless how small it is. That is also a leadership in the daily basis, not with any fancy titles or even big gestures, right? So why should we lead? Why should we push ourselves on a Tuesday night to lead and then to contribute ourselves? Because when no one leads, right, when no one would always say yes, there's no Winners Toastmasters Club. There's no people existing and no one would able to make this club proud, right? And we have recently gotten the Gold Achievers. And this year, again, and Winners Toastmasters Club is the early president distinguished club. And all of this glory cannot be achieved without without any of the leadership saying yes to the request, saying yes to the opportunity, and saying yes and always turn out whenever, no matter how you feel, right? So, how can we further improve our leadership? Sometimes if we don't have to wait for people to ask you, right? In Toastmasters, you can always start leading by mentoring a new member, start mentoring a new member, doing small little events, being stepping up as a timer or even a counter, or even show up as table topic. That is how we give inspirations and give examples to other people, knowing that, oh, someone would always proactively say yes to this thing. I should learn from her, learn from him or her about the proactiveness, and we can witness the growth from zero to hero. And once again, leadership is not about, it's not a one day show, and it's not like once you step up for one time and immediately you can become a great leader. It's an art, and it's something that you have to learn along the way, right? And today is leading the way. We will also would like to recruit new blood, new club officers for our next term. And later on, we will have a briefing. We will tell everyone what is club officers it's all about. And I hope every one of you will start stepping up, leading the way. We want to introduce more new bloods to Winners Toastmasters Club officers term. And please stay tuned and we will have some briefings later on. Thank you, and back to you. I think it's TOE. Alicia, please. I think it's a members induction.
Yes, apologies that I forget to prepare the slide. So let's hand over the session directly to our VPM, Vice President Membership, Alice Cha, to induct for our new members.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, let us welcome our new member. Our fellow Toastmaster, it is now our duty and privilege to induct new member into the Venus Toastmaster Club. This is an important occasion both for this new member and for our club. This individual has come to Toastmasters seeking to improve her communications and leadership skill, and we now have an opportunity to help her learn, grow, and achieve. I will now call our new member forward and ask her to join me for this ceremony. Hello, Wendy and Erin. Yeah, Erin. Okay. Wendy and Erin, you are joining a worldwide organization that has helped nearly 3 million people learn to communicate more effectively. As member of the Venus Toastmaster Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. I would like to call our Vice President of Education, Leong Mei Hong. Have this new member been given an opportunity to discuss their need and goal with the club?
Yes, induction officer.
Thank you, Mei Hong. And the mentor for Wendy is Ewan, and mentor for Erin is Krista. As experienced Toastmaster, you have been asked to help this new member get off to a good start. Do you accept this responsibility and pledge to share your knowledge and experience with our new member? Oh, sorry. Erin and Wendy, so that they can immediately begin to benefit from their Toastmaster membership?
Yes.
Mentor?
Yes.
Yes, right. Yeah, thank you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently towards your own self-development, evaluate other species in a spirit of support and sharing, assist the club in reaching its goal, and maintain a positive intent. We ask you, our new members, Wendy and Erin, to dedicate yourself to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow members, and to help keep this Toastmaster Club strong and dynamic. So please repeat after me, Wendy and Erin. I, Wendy.
I, Wendy.
I'm Erin.
I, Erin.
In the presence of my fellow members of the Venus Toastmaster Club.
In the presence of my fellow members of the Venus Toastmasters Club.
You all can read together.
In the presence of, I'm supposed to, sorry. In the presence of my fellow members of the Venus Toastmasters Club.
Make this firm obligation.
Make this firm obligation.
To attend meetings regularly.
To attend meetings regularly.
And prepare fully for each assignment.
And prepare fully for each assignment.
To apply myself to the requirement outlines.
To apply myself to the requirements outlined.
In the Toastmaster educational program.
In the Toastmasters educational program.
To regularly and fully participate in club activities.
To regularly and fully participate in club activities.
To evaluate others in a positive and constructive manner.
To evaluate others in a positive and constructive manner.
To build open and friendly relationships
To build open and friendly relationships
with my fellow members.
with my fellow members.
And to bring new members into the club.
And to bring new members into the club.
So that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmaster.
So that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
Okay, thank you. And would all club member and mentors repeat the club pledge to its newest members? Okay, read after me. We, the member of the Venus Toastmaster Club,
We, the
members
members
of
of
the
the
Venus Toastmasters Club,
pledge to support you in your quest for self-development,
pledge to support you in your quest for self-development,
to provide you with positive and helpful evaluations,
to
provide
provide
you
positive and
with positive and helpful evaluations,
to maintain a friendly and supportive atmosphere,
to
maintain
maintain
a friendly and supportive
atmosphere,
atmosphere,
to give you opportunity to help others,
to
give you opportunity to help others,
and to make your Toastmaster membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
and to make your Toastmasters membership rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Please join me in welcoming our newest member, Wendy and Erin, to our club.
Welcome.
Yeah, so to let you all know, Erin is the youngest in our club. All of the 姐姐们, please, help, help our youngest member and also Wendy. I do believe everyone here will give you the support. Thank you, everyone. So this is Wendy and Erin.
Yay.
Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much for such I would say that motivated session. Started with 2 new members. Welcome to Venus Toastmaster Club. Good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster of the evening, Risant. And before we start the meeting, I would like to welcome our honorable guests. First, tonight actually we have 2 guests with us. First is our P4 area director, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Say hi to everyone.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Thank you for helping out as a juror for tonight. Second, we have Peter Chiu. Peter is Falim Toastmaster Club president. So let's welcome Peter. Peter is so silent. Okay, so tonight, before we officially start the meeting, I would just like to introduce, as usual, we will do an introduction about what is Toastmaster about. So let us start with Toastmaster history. Toastmaster actually is a non-profit organization that build the confidence and teach us the public speaking skill while learning about leadership in the worldwide. It's a worldwide organization. So as you can see here, it established in 1924, and this year already 101 year. Can you imagine an organization that have history of 1 decade? It shows that this education actually is well proof that throughout this year, people benefit from it. We learn from it. That's why it can sustain until 100 years. And today in the worldwide of 150 countries, we have more than 14,000 clubs and 270,000 members in worldwide. So as long as you become one member of one club, like Venus Toastmaster Club, you can clubbing and joining around. The clubbing here is not the disco dancing clubbing, it's a healthy clubbing that we can visit different clubs and also experience the Toastmaster experience learning together with others club. It's not necessary you are in the home club only, but you are also welcoming to visit other club. And this club, Toastmaster, is founded by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. Next. Today, I would also like to share with you the club missions. Right now? Okay. The club mission is same for all the clubs in worldwide. We support a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop the communications and leadership skills, which resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. This is our missions. And of course, Venus is one of it. When we start the Venus Toastmaster Club chartered in 2021 and during June. And this is the all ladies club in District 51. Of course, not only Venus, we also have Navin Toastmaster Club, but we are in the Northern region, the only ladies club in Northern region. Our vision is to empower and support women for improve the communication and leadership skills. And we are proudly to present that 4 years been since chartered, we continuously get the President Distinguished Club. And this is the third years we also get the Early President Distinguished amongst all the 154 clubs in Malaysia. So I will say that Winner did well done on that, did a good job on this. Next. So how a Toastmaster meeting works? A Toastmaster meeting, we link back to a food pie. This is how we prepare our meeting. First, we will have the session of prepare speech where members will deliver the speech that according to the project that they've been given. So they will deliver the speech which they prepare with it. And second session, we go into the impromptu speech or table topics sessions, whereby the table topic is the trademarks for we register for Toastmaster International. And this impromptu speech speaker, you are given a questions with immediately you need to think on the feet and answer within 1 to 2 minutes. And the third session will be the evaluations, because it's not just about speaking, we also need to learn on what good and what we can improve in the next. That's why evaluation is also a very important part, an important session in a Toastmaster meeting. So next, let's welcome our general evaluator, Sarah, to introduce the role player.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reason. I am so pleased to be here. All right. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. As your general evaluator this evening, my role is to observe and assess the overall quality of the meeting, looking at how smoothly it runs and how each role player performs. At the end of the meeting, I will be delivering my report, but before we move forward, I'd like to introduce the amazing team supporting the technical evaluation segment. They are collectively known as the TAG team, which stands for Timer, Counter, and Grammarian. Now, these individuals will help us become more effective speakers by keeping us on track. First up, our timer for this evening is Cao Chiu Fong. May I please ask Cao Chiu Fong to introduce her role? Thank you.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome Wendy and Erin to the Venus Clubs. I'm Chu Fong, the timer for today's session. As timer, I will time the table topic speeches, prepared speeches, and also the evaluations. I will alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red background, which denote specific times remaining. For those attempting the table topics later, do limit your impromptu speeches to 1 to 2 minutes. Prepared speech speaker, we have Eliza, Retno, and Alicia. Your speech should be between 5 to 7 minutes. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes, while the table topics evaluations should be between 3 to 5 minutes. Thank you. Back Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Cao Chu Fong. Now, if we could please move on to the ad counter, who's none other than Jun Bei. Jun
Thank
Bei, could I
you.
please?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. So hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am your R counter for tonight's meeting. My role as a R counter is to monitor and count the filler words like and so forth. So I will be I will be the super active listening and catch some of these filler words. And by end of the meeting, I will be giving you my reports. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Toastmaster June. Now, moving on to our grammarian for tonight, Michelle Ma. Could I please get you to introduce yourself and your role? Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sarah. Fellow Toastmaster tonight. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers here that are speaking tonight, listening carefully to the language usage. I will also take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts that are coming from you. As a grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day for tonight is inspired, along with the tagline that we have. To fill someone with the urge or ability to do or feel something, especially something creative or meaningful. And how would we display, or what is the example that I will be using for this word will be, the sentence will be, great leaders don't just give orders, they inspire others to believe in a shared vision. Another way to use it will be, her story of resilience and determination truly inspired me to take that first bold step forward. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day tonight, which is inspired. I will give my grammarian report when called upon during the meeting, and also to report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, everyone here. Back to you, G.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Now I will pass it back to our Toastmaster of the evening, Reason. Thank you.
Thank you, GE. Tonight, our theme is Lead the Way, as shared by our presidents. Leadership is not just about a title, so it's more towards a mindset. Everyone, I would like to ask, do you remember what is our tagline for Toastmaster International? Anyone? I can give a gift if...
leaders make.
Sorry again?
Where leaders are made.
Okay, thank you, Alicia. Okay, you can claim the gift for me. Okay, so
How about me?
yes, I heard only Alicia. I didn't hear you. You are too late.
Okay.
Thank you. Reno, can you show the picture, please? Yes. Toastmaster where leaders are made. This is our tagline for Toastmaster International. And been out this 4 years in the Toastmaster, actually I feel it. Because Toastmaster is not just about public speaking, trainers on our communication skills. It throughout being the club officers and until today being an AD, I learned through that it also a attitude and a mindset that when we do the first step, when people hesitate to do it. And it also about raising your hand, even when you are nervous, and create a space for others to grow together. So this is where I begin to discover about leaderships. And this is true where leaders are made. It's not overnight. Today you raise your hand, tomorrow you can become a great leader. Of course, there's someone that born to be a leader, but we can also learn to be a great leader. So throughout all these small moments of courage and over again, we can train ourselves. Next, I would like to introduce one lady. Right now, can you show the picture of that lady? Anyone know who is Helen? Another small gift for me. If you can answer it. No? No one? Okay. Helen is our first female president of Toastmaster International. As we shared, Toastmaster history begin 100 years ago, but do you know that we only opened the membership for females 50 years ago? And before in 1970, before Toastmaster International opened the membership to females, Helen joined Toastmaster International because of the encouragement of the members in her club. And to join this membership, she changed her name into, instead of Helen Branches, she changed Homer Branches, which is a general name that didn't sound like feminine or masculine. So this is how they started to realize that actually membership should not only limit with male only. And 3 years after Helen joins as a member, they open up the membership for all women. And after that, she became the first Toastmaster International female president. So all this courage remind us that leadership is not about waiting. It's also about acting, even when the odds against with you. So this is how we lead the way. It's about choosing our first step to inspire, to uplift, and to create changes. Because here Toastmaster, where leaders are made. Every role we take, even every speech we give, is a chance for us to lead and to inspire. So today, ask yourself, how will you lead the way? Remember, after the meeting, let's take a remark for yourself. How would you like to lead the way in this coming year? Okay, so this is our theme for tonight. Next, let's begin with our first session for tonight, which go to the prepared speech. So, before I invite our first speaker, I would like to invite her evaluator to introduce on her project purpose. May I invite Ewan to introduce on our first speaker, Eliza, speech. Let's welcome Ewan.
Okay, thank you so much. Eliza is attempting her level 2 introduction. Level 2 introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envision mentoring, and also it's for the member to share some aspect of her previous experience as a protege. Her speech title is Growing Up, Eliza Low. Eliza Low, Growing Up. Floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Evan, for the introduction. So good evening, everyone, to all my fellow Toastmasters and guests. So if you have asked me earlier on in my life what was my career choice, will I become a doctor, architect, or many others professionals? But my answer will always be a chef because of my passion for food. However, I did not know that from this career choice of mine, it actually had evolved into something that I did not know that even this job description does exist, is as a product developer. So what does product developer do? It's not only developing products, and how do I even start with that? So early on in my career, joining a company, of course, my mentor will always be my very first head of department. And how do I describe our relationship with this mentor of mine? I have always called it hate and love every day. So why do I say that? Because as a mentor, it's a responsibility to also to inspire me and also to guide me. So it's not a green path every day when we start anything in any development. So I just remember my first experience trying to share my idea during our first ideation pitch to her. But after a while, I was talking about a lot of different type of recipes. For instance, a cake. But the question that came out to her from her itself is, okay, how do you envision this cake is going to be? What's the size going to be? What is the cost? Is it transportation friendly? Can it be frozen and thawed and served as it is? So these are some of the questions that was not in my mind when I did the pitch. So this was all the questions that actually trigger me. How do I do my next sales pitch to her? So we learn along the way. But in another way, along this career path, I not only have one per se mentor, but I have support from various chefs that surrounded me with their knowledge and also guidance in every aspect of from the raw materials to how well does it sustain in a certain environment. So being a protege or a newbie in the industry, I open up my mind to learn and to listen, which is I find it is the most important tools that I have picked up, which is opening my mind and opening up my ear to listen to what all their experience are, what is doable and not. Of course, there are times that I do go against what was advised by them. But at the end, all these mentors that I have been with, they do not say, I told you so. But instead, they will came back and tell me, what did you learn from this? So I have learned also along the way, not every launches of product are successful, but what do you learn from it and make the next launch or next product that you develop is better than the last? For instance, there are always products that we launch a year or so, but 6 months down the road, we find it doesn't perform and we discontinue. But it doesn't mean that I will actually shelf this, but I will always bring it back and try to improve it and relaunch it. For instances, we actually have this lasagna in stores. It has went through 3 tremendous improvement from the first version down to the third. So it's always been a strategy of mine to actually improve whatever that has been launched, or even that currently I have shelved it, but I may not leave it there as well. So these are the things that my mentors have been inspiring me to do. Never develop something and you thought is loss of value and you just put it aside. It still has a value, but it's just that look in from a different aspect and improve it. So every of the mindset that our goals that I have set to myself with the guidance of being a mentor with all these experienced leaders in the industries, I have learned to take things one step at a time, learn from my mistakes, never give up. And it has been also a time that I have started inspiring someone that are new in the industry, sharing my experience with them, being a mentor to them as well. Hence, I would just like to, and that's all for tonight and my speech. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, Eliza, for sharing your mentor inspirations. Yes, I do believe that every step that you step up in the past will bring you to current and to the future, will build who you are in the future. So thank you for that. Next, let us continue with our second speech. And I would like to invite our second speakers, evaluators, presentation mastery proficiency, Long Mei Hong, to introduce on our speakers, Redno Cha's speech.
And now we'll be doing project level 4, motivate others under pathway motivational strategies. So the purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skill needed to motivate team members through the completion of a project. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience motivating team members through the completion of a project. Redno, the right job for the right person. The right job for the right person, Redno.
Thank you, Mei Hong. Thank you, TOE. So I hope that everybody could hear my voice. I will
Yes, it's
start
clear.
thank you. Good evening. The right job for the right person. In early January this year, I organized a family fun day at my school in Thailand. It was the second time I had taken on this event. To run this event, I collaborated closely with Fen, the principal's personal assistant. We were the two main people in charge. And since it was our second time organizing, we already had some ideas of what worked and what needed improvement. We decided that we would keep certain elements from the previous year and introduced changes based on the feedback we received last year from the last year event. Fen and I worked very well together. She's half my age. As you know, I just turned 65 yesterday. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And she was incredibly organized. From the start, we already divided responsibilities very clearly. She handled everything related to maintenance, financials, vendors, and communication with parents. I myself was in charge of planning the activities for both children and parents, assigning staff to run all those activities, and preparing all the necessary materials. Our planning began in mid-November last year. We mapped out clearly timeline and sent out event information by early December. Why? Since our school holidays start mid-December, we have to book vendors, tents, the bouncy castle, and send out staff invitation before the break. More importantly, the event took place on the first Friday after the holiday. In other words, we would not have much time to prepare. Just to let you know, I've been working at school for 17 years. My benefit is that I know almost everybody in school. And more importantly, I know who is good at what. That made assigning roles much easier for me. The event itself was a family event. So, of course, we have food, coffee, vendors that selling toys, volleyball and yoga for parents, various fun children game, a family walk, a bouncy castle, music, of course, dancing, of course, a magician, and free ice cream. What more could you ask in a family fun day? Leading to the event, after sending out formal email asking for volunteers, I followed up with personal messages, either via email or in person. I specifically asked people I trusted and I knew would be reliable. On the other hand, many staff, which is, or I would say my colleagues, they stepped up and helped also on that day. It's a volunteer job, so I couldn't force people, but normally I would encourage them to help me. As an addition this year, I also hired a student as our DJ. As you know, music is very important when it involves children and parents. That will give a lot of vibes, a lot of entertainment and happiness to the children and both parents as well. This DJ, she was young, energetic, and had a great sense of current music trends, which I don't really have that. She kept the vibe going with all the musics that loved by the children. Even though the event took place just after the holiday, I was still recovering from my knee surgery. I had full confidence everything would run smoothly. Do you know why? Because of the capable and trustworthy people I had around me. The day before the event was a bit challenging for me, but I ensured myself everything was set up and ready to go. What do you think of the result? Well, it was a successful event, filled with smiles from children and parents who stayed much longer than expected. So how do I measure the success? By the joy on people's faces and how long they chose to stay. This one principle, I believe, made the difference. I chose the right person for the right role. Before the event, I explained clearly the objective and guidelines to everyone involved. I made sure they understood, and then I give them freedom to carry out the roles in their own way. I don't believe in micromanaging. And trust is the key to my successful event. And for showing appreciation, I made sure that everyone felt valued. I gave some token appreciation to the staff, small things here, small things there, and as a tradition, I sent a wide email to thank everyone publicly. Teamwork is the heart of a successful event. It is important that each individual knows that contribution matters. In conclusion, I hope my team will continue to be motivated and inspired to participate in the future school event. Thank you very much, and back to you, TOE.
Thank you, Retno, sharing us another leadership tips. Trust, and don't do the micromanage. Of course, start with the trust with your team members. And when you have the trust with them, then of course you don't need the micromanage. But before that, remember, Retno, what Retno did? She briefed the objective and the expectation to the team members. So instead of just throwing the team members to drown in the sea, swim without any preparations, she briefed them what she expect the outcome. So giving one good direction will also is another tips to be a great leaders. Thank you. Next, I would like to invite our third speakers and her evaluator, the thorn among roses. So let us welcome the gentlemen of tonight.
Okay, so your member, Alicia Lim, is attempting her first level project 4 evaluation and feedback on her pathway leadership development. Her project purpose is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. So, Alicia Lim, goodbye cannot, hello why not? Goodbye cannot, hello why not? Alicia Lim.
Thank you, Peter. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and friends. I used to hate English, not just dislike, really hate it. I remember working in the mall as a kid. An English video promoter stopped me and said, "Maybe, do you like the cartoon in the video? You can ask Papa to buy it." I look at him, dead serious, and replied, "Cannot. I don't like English." English felt like a monster under the bed, a phobia. I couldn't express myself. Not to friends, not at work, especially not in Singapore. In the meeting, I stay quiet. In the presentation, I panic. Cannot, was my share. So what did I join Toastmaster? Because deep inside, a little voice whispered, maybe you can. You can speak well. You can speak fluent English. From someone who couldn't say a full sentence to someone now standing here, even competing the contest last year, it's been a journey from I cannot to why not? Let me tell you another cannot moment. I was on a working holiday in New Zealand. One night, my friend shouted, we should go for a bungee jump tomorrow. I act like, yes, I want, let's go. But the next morning, when we sit on the bus and we are going to the mountain, my stomach cramp. I'm terrified. I'm panicked. Why am I doing this? Why am I going to do the bungee jump? Standing on the bridge, my toes is on the edge. I thought that, why am I here? I paid to die? Okay, the instructor count. 1, 2. What I say? They say, oh, no, I cannot. So the third time, he tried a few times, and then the third time he say again, 1, 2. Guess what I'm saying? I look at him, I say, why not you push me? He laughed. Oh, sorry. We are not allowed to push. Yeah, they are not allowed to push. So I was terrified. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay, the 5th time, the instructor told me, if you cannot jump, if you don't want to jump, we won't let you to jump. Okay, this time, I encourage myself, look at the mountain. And I closed my eyes and I did it. I jumped. That 1 second of fearful push bliss. No fear, just flying when the second that I jumped from the beach. That day I learned the best thing in life are on the other side of fear. Everything you want is hiding behind cannot. And the only way to find it is why not jump? When I joined Toastmaster, I didn't even know what toast mean. Toast. Over 2.5 years, I took a baby step. I stumble, struggle, and I say cannot many times, but each cannot push me to the edge, and each cannot became a lesson, a step forward. I cried, I doubted myself, but every breakdown made me stronger. Like the song, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Da, 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 da. Yeah. So, and the best parts, I wasn't alone. In Toastmaster, as you know, there's an EXCO team. There's 7 amazing ladies run the club together. This term, strong personalities, 90% of dominance of the ISC. So it wasn't always smooth. It's like imagine 7 horses run together. Wow, it's really not easy. So we have a lot of disagreement and conflict. We have as a BPM, I had a lot of rejection when I invite 10 guests and only 1 guest turn up. I facing a lot of the doors closed on me, but each not push me to ask, why not try again? There was a time I have a conflict with someone. I asked her for something important, but she couldn't provide it. I got upset. Then she said something that shocked me. She said that I sounds like too bossy. I had never thought of myself that way. That word hit me hard. I was confused and hurt. So I turned to a fellow Toastmaster and shared what happened. She gently advised me. Maybe it's just how the message came across. Why not you just rephrase it and tell her again? I took that advice to heart. I reflected and I asked myself, why not try a different way? So the next time, instead of sending another message, I sent a warm, honest voice note. And just like the tension melted, we began to understand each other and the things solved nicely at the end. That moment taught me it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. To those of you here today, maybe you have had doubt. Maybe you think I cannot speak well, or maybe my public speaking is not well. I cannot lead. I have no potential. Let me tell you, yes, you can. Maybe not today, but with baby steps, you will. Because as Tom Farragut said, who you are tomorrow begins with what you do today. So, fellow Toastmaster, say goodbye to cannot and say hello to why not? Because in this Toastmaster playground, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you. What an inspiring speech. Thank you, Alicia. Yes, I do agree. Start with a small little step. As we said, Toastmaster is a safe platform for us to make mistakes, to learn from it. Don't be afraid of making move for your little step. Because all we practice here will bring it to the next level to our career in outside of Toastmaster. So I hope, and Alicia, tonight's speech will inspire every of us here to move a little bit more step to our leadership role. Okay? Next, so next, we here come to the next session where just now we talk about P. The next session will be I, the impromptu sessions. So this is also the table topic sessions that we are mentioning about, and I would like to invite the topic master of tonight, Jun Bear. Let's welcome Jun. Over to you.
Thank you. Our Toastmasters of the day, Toastmasters Risan. Hi, ladies. Today I am going to be your topic masters. So give me a signal if you can see the screen. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. So table topic is something that one of the important session in Toastmasters meeting, whereby member or guests are encouraged to participate. Everyone will be given 2 minutes for any impromptu topics that throw in your way. So when you reach the timer, who is our Chu Feng, when the time set at 1 minute, she will flash green color. When it is 1.5 minutes, it will turn into amber or yellow, and red when it is a signal to inform the speaker you have already reached up to 2 minutes. And however, you are still given a 30-second to wrap up your speech, and that is the time allocated. So by all means, please also you're encouraged to use the word of the day, which is inspired, where our grammarian will be paying a lot of attention to catch all these words. And also, I would also invite my backup counter, Wendy, who is our new member, to take up the role that assigned to me today. All right. So I would like to invite any one of you. I think I will have easily 3 to 4 table topic speaker. Anyone who is dying to speak? If not, I will volunteer you. I know whoever here that is not taking any roles, high chances you're being called by me. No one? I have many that identify themselves as
John, let me
B.
try, John.
No, you are not given priority, Mei Hong. I'm waiting. I have Pepe, Crystal, Wendy, Erin. Wendy is excluded. Already? Crystal, are you available? Haha. Crystal is my
boss.
buddy. Yes, I like to call her. Okay, Crystal, I don't have fancy slides,
Okay,
but
cool.
I will have some numbers. Okay, hang on, yeah. Let me flash out. Let me know if you
Number
can see my
one.
screen. So it's lead the way, the table topic session. So number
One.
1. Okay. Wow, this is so easy, Crystal. Okay. Your topic is bring the lights to the dark. Crystal, bring the lights to the dark. The stage is yours.
Bring the lights to the dark. Okay. Thank you, June. As I close my eyes, I wish I could see a bright shining star. Unfortunately, I can't see a single light. All I could see is pitch black. I tried opening my eyes, but I couldn't. I tried and tried. How can I bring this light into the dark? I feel this presence all over me, forcing. I'm struggling right here. I can't wake up. Like say, you feel presence. Go, 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 holding you down. What is this nightmare that I'm facing? And suddenly, a flicker goes, Oi, wake up! I say, we go, huh? What was that all about? Why couldn't I wake up earlier? Why was I struggling? And then I realized, know what happened? Flashback. I'm inside class. My lectures all over again. That explains, this lecturer is so boring. That you know, the psychological warfare that goes, you know, whether it's boring or force yourself to hypnosis to go to sleep. So take a pick. Again, you hear boom. What happened again? Oh, okay. It's just, you know, like how they say, double dream. You wake up again. And all it is, I am here today, Venus Toastmasters. So I guess I was dreaming this now. Back to you, June.
You always twist the topic, Crystal. And I like how you actually think on your feet. You bring us to your dream and now you blame on your lecturer, okay? Being boring in the class. Okay, let us hear more from our other members or any guests who like to participate. And I know who is waiting to speak up. How about Erin, would you like to try?
No,
No, ah.
no,
Okay, I'll come to you later. Okay, next one. Pepe.
no, I don't want.
Pepe. Pepe, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Pepe, I have 2 to 6. What number would you like to pick?
3, yeah.
3. Okay, give me a minute. 3, yeah. 3, 3, 3. Share my screen. Hang on. 3 is okay. Huh. I think this is also created for you. Hang on, the 3. Hey, sorry. This is not the right one. I'm sorry. Let me read out. I think it's faster. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Open up your heart and feel.
Open up
Pepe.
your heart.
Pepe, open up your heart and feel. Over to you.
Okay. Evening, fellow Toastmaster. Okay. Open up your heart and feel. That's exactly what I feel when I first joined Venus Toastmaster Club. Frankly speaking, before this, right, I have never joined any this kind of non-profit organization, be it for personal growth or for other matters, right? So, and before heard about Toastmaster, basically I have known nothing about Toastmaster Club. And I still remember the first person that I approached or talked to is June. June was the VPM at that term when I joined Toastmaster. And I would say I want to give a very round of applause and kudos to her. And because she managed to convince me to open my heart and join Toastmaster even without knowing what's coming about. Yeah. And fast forward to today, after almost 2 years joining, still I think there's no regret of joining the club, as I think, be it personally or in my work, I feel myself have been taking a lot of baby steps and improve myself, and I really happy with the support from all the members over here. That's all from me. Thank you, and over back to you, June.
Well done, Pepe. See, after 2 years. Okay, I'm very glad that you actually deliver this impromptu speech and also relate your personal story, right? Which is very easy to inspire other people. All right, so we still have a lot of time. So I would like perhaps to encourage anyone to take up my next question. It's going to be very easy, right? Very, very easy. Hui Yin, would you like to take up? Hui
Okay.
Yin? Okay, I like it. So give me a number. 2, 4, 5, 6.
5.
5, okay. Put the past behind. Cherish the present. Hui Yin. Hui Yin, put the past behind. Cherish the present. The stage is yours.
Put the past behind and cherish the present. This is a helpful reminder that I should take it as a advice or guidance in my life. Actually, in the past, I was used to dwell too much about my past or any encountering that I face. But now I realize that I have changed a bit by a bit. I feel like the present is really the most important moment in our life. Mm, in the present moment, we shall live in the present. Well, take some well, we are planning for our future. We should also live in the present. There is a technique help me to stay in the current state fast, quickly, without thinking too much about the past or in the future. The technique is called as grounding. For example, you can take a breath and look for 5 things and to look for the sounds. And also for sounds, 3 things that you can touch and also 2 smell that you can feel. Thank you.
Thank you. Give a round of applause to our Hui Yin. Though you have a little pause in between, but I feel like once you pick up your actually you know the content that you want to share, I feel like you are like taking over the prepared speech. Your mind start to actually develop more like the tactics of how you take a pause and breathing and also share with you some of the tips. I think that is a great breakthrough, Hui Yin. I want to congratulate you taking up this chance of table topic. All right. Timer. Chu Feng, do we still have one more slot for our table topic?
No, we are behind the time by 7
Okay.
minutes.
All right. So thank you, everyone. So I shall pass it over to our TOE, Risan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to our impromptu topic master tonight. Because today, actually, Erica should be the topic master, but due to her mom not feeling well and she need to leave. So, and I'm grateful that June immediately say in the group that she willing to take up the role. Thank you so much, June. This is a great leadership that's showing tonight, right? Yeah. So next is our break time, and before that we need to have a group photo. So may I invite every of us here? Ready yourself in pretty, you want to comb your hair, you want to Yeah, okay, put your makeup on or whatever. Krista, we are waiting for you. So, who is photographer tonight?
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, yep, can do that. Okay, everybody, show your most beautiful smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. One more time. Queen, you try so that it won't take so long. Okay. Shall I do one more time before the break? Okay. Do one more time. Okay. Say Venus, lead the way. Ready, steady, go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because due to we are behind the schedule about 7 minutes, so I would like to suggest instead of a 6 minute break, we make it into a very short one, 2 minutes. Is that okay? So we come back by 9:17. Thank you, everyone.
Just before, maybe I can have a chat with who is the timer? Chifeng left. Okay, I would like to know if everybody is on time. Okay.
So far, tonight meeting, okay? Progress is good. Not so far behind the schedules.
Yeah.
Irene, why not try? Why say no? Today we
the topics don't really suit me. I'm a very negative person.
share from a negative perspective.
You
No,
don't
it's
even know
really.
the topic. How do you know that it's not suited to you?
You can
Ah,
tell by the theme of the meeting.
really? Okay, what do you like? So we create for you, personalize it for you.
Don't no.
Yeah, next time you cannot run away, yeah? No. Okay,
Never mind,
no
never mind.
forcing.
First day,
Okay, no
first
stress,
day.
no
First
stress.
day we give
Okay,
you chance.
okay, yeah.
That's how I forget to explain why is it important for table topic sessions. Imagine now one day you are maybe going toilet, then meet your headmistress, then headmistress suddenly ask you a questions, then how were you going to answer your headmistress? So you can't just say yeah, no, okay, bye bye, like this, right? Yeah, so this is how we train our impromptu skills. Same as those working, if you're meeting your CEO, your managing director in the lift, then suddenly he or she asks you a questions. So you need to reply in 1 to 2 minutes because the distance is so short, right? So how can you impress your manager, your directors in within 1 to 2 minutes? Straight to the point, but elaborate it in a good way. So this is how we train ourselves in these sessions, table topic sessions. For me myself, I benefit it because this is how I get an interview pass in my current company. Within 2 years training in table topic sessions, I learned how to answer people questions. Yeah. So this is something that you can consider about table topic sessions. Start to train yourself to speak. Even the topic you might not know what he or she is saying, but you try. At least you try, right? Never try, never know. Start with the small little step. Okay, I think time's up because I saw our timer showed the camera video is on. Everyone back? Okay, yes, thank you. So thank you everyone, welcome back. And next we would like to proceed to our third session where just now I say PIE, P-I-E, the E session, which is evaluations. So for this session, it will be carried by our general evaluator, and I would now like to hand over the floor to our general evaluator. Over to you, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Reason. All right. Okay. There you go. I have my filler word of the day. Okay. Thank you, Reesun. Now we're going to move on to one of the best parts of any meeting, the evaluations. And this is where growth really happens. And as the GE, I will now introduce you to our speech evaluators. And for each one, I'll also read out the project objectives to provide a recap for them. So for our first speaker was Eliza Lowe, who delivered a speech titled Growing Up. And the speech is going to be evaluated by Yun Yi Ven. And just as a recap, the member was completing this project in order to develop an understanding of Toastmasters mentoring. Please welcome Yven to deliver the evaluation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Madam GE. Today I'll be evaluating Eliza's speech on her title of Growing Up. Thank you, Eliza, for sharing us your passion as a chef. And through your speech, we know that you really love food, and not being a chef, now you are in the product development, right? I would suggest, okay, let me go through what she said first. So Eliza mentioned about her journey as a product developer, okay, in terms of developing different kind of products, and her journey working in a retail store, right? Then she learned how to develop different kind of food for the retail restaurants. And throughout her way, she has various mentors, and different mentors share her different knowledge and guidance in different aspects. And she also shared, you also mentioned that when you develop a product, there are different challenges and different considerations, right? Through for the transportations, for different kind of materials, whether it's suitable for frozen and suitable for thaw. And you ended up with a very great and inspiring ending. We talk about growth mindset, and you talk about taking things one step at a time, never give up. And I find it the transition of the story is very well done. My suggestions is, first of all, perhaps it's good to introduce what is your occupation, okay? Because I know you as a product developer at one of the retail coffee restaurants. So I personally know you, but not everyone knows what you do as a daily basis, right? It's good to introduce what you do and what kind of product that you are actually developing, because we only know you are developing lasagna as one of your portfolio at the later part of the speech. For generally, when we talk about product, it could be IT product, it could be different kind of product. So it would be good to mention it at the start. And the story elements, I would like to know what are the successful stories, the fail, and also in progress, right? You mentioned lasagna, 3 versions. So what are the first version and the amendment that you have put in to improve in the second version? And what are the things that you have improvised again in the third version? I would like to know about that, instead of saying that it is something that maybe it's not performed, and let's not look it as a losing values product. We can always improvise it to make it a better product. So what are the added values, right? I would like to know about the stories. And actually, the speech is more towards understanding the Toastmasters of mentoring. So your story share us, of course, mentoring is not only within Toastmasters. So you have shared us your mentoring outside of Toastmasters. But in the future, it would be good to challenge yourself, right, to relate the mentoring experience in Toastmasters environment. Thank you, and back to you, Madam Julie.
Thank you, Eben. That was a wonderful evaluation, very detailed and very thorough. And I hope it helps. All right, moving on to the next evaluation. Our second speaker was Retno, who delivered a speech titled The Right Job for the Right Person. And evaluating her speech is Leong Mei Hong. And my note for the evaluator is that the member spent time developing a project, building a team, and working with that team to bring the project to fruition. They may have asked team members and at least one club officer to evaluate their leadership through the completion of a 360-degree evaluation. Please welcome Mei Hong to deliver her evaluation. On to you.
Thank you, Moderator Sarah. Okay, first, I want to say congratulations, Redno, for a successful event. That's a very nice, detailed event that you shared to us. I really like that how you share it with us from the beginning, like from the start of the planning, like the day, which is Friday, which is clash, then what you need to do, then how you organize, then how you assign the rules, then the activities, and towards the end, how it's going to be. It's a very nice event that you do it. You shared it very nicely to us. So it really inspired me to create more fun of event with all the kids. All right. So now I would like to share three things that I really like about your speech. First, this is your good strength, your tone and your speech, your vocal variety is very good. When you talk, the tone is according to your how I say to what you want to say. Like you say, if this is not like this, you'll be like that. If a high up and down, then it will make us more curious, like this is gonna happen. It will attract us to what you are talking about. This is really what I like about it. So next is the gesture. When you say it is tough, you do it in November, you will push your hand to the back, then you also like rest. Oh yeah, it's something happened previously. Gesture that you do it is also one of the way you attract us to keep listening to what you are talking about. All right. So, and the third thing that I really like about your speech is you really got care about things lead to your leadership to motivate others. Like you mentioned that you are not micromanaging trust people and how you do it while building the relationship. To challenge yourself, I only managed to find one thing to challenge yourself. So maybe make your speech a little bit more interesting, maybe climax on it, like you share a little bit more details on the challenge that you face and what you do about it. Because what I listen is everything goes very smoothly. Like because you already know your parents, you already built up the relationship with them. Yeah, I understand all that. But maybe I think maybe you have some challenge of here and there little bit. Maybe if you share a little bit more, then you let us know how you motivate others to help you to solve the problems. Then it will show how your leadership skills more in this speech. Alright. So all in all, I really like your vocal variety, your gesture, and you really achieve the speech, the purpose. You share some leadership, and to challenge yourself, you share a little bit more details on the challenge that you face here. Thank you. Okay, to you, our generator.
Thank you, Mei-Hong. That was a very insightful evaluation, and I love the fact that you wrapped it up and gave your key takeaways at the end. That was wonderful. All right, moving on to evaluation 3. Our third speaker was Alicia, who delivered a speech titled Goodbye, Cannot, Hello, Why Not? And evaluating her speech is Peter Chu, and my note to the evaluator is that during the completion of this project, the member received feedback about their first speech and worked to apply that particular feedback to their second speech. So please welcome Peter Chu to deliver his evaluation.
Thank you very much, Gender Evaluator. Tonight, Alicia, I find that she's like the combination of a son and then the first iPhone. She's very inspiring. Alicia, your speech tonight was very inspiring to me, and I admire your 3 qualities in your speech tonight. First, you capture our attention with your active body gestures. You started off with saying that you hate English and you show it with your hands, you show it your face, and that really communicates to us how much you hate English. I really like that. During your entire speech also, you use various gestures like you holding up your hands to your face, you telling us the story of jumping across bungee jumping. It was all very interesting, and you really captured my attention tonight. And the second of all, I really liked tonight was that you act out your various people, characters in your story. Why acting is important is because it adds a variety, it adds depth to the story, and you really daringly, despite being just 2 years in Toastmasters, you dare to try, and you applied it very well, and I see that. And third, tonight what I admire about you is that you had very good signposting language. Several examples are the best thing that you can achieve in life is the one across fear. The second one was that moment taught me something. And you also used the phrase, let me tell you. These are excellent signposting language that captures my attention, regain me back to reconnect me back to your story. I really find that throughout your entire speech, you were excellent in a lot of ways. I only have just one recommendation for you. Maybe two. Okay. The first one is a bit minor. I noticed that your camera and the lighting that you have has that deep shadows on your face. If let's say you would like to deliver a more bright impression for people, you could add lights in front of you and then you will look more presentable. My second recommendation is that I noticed that at the end of your speech, you've forgotten to smile and you ended with like a more serious tone, a very flat, muted tone. If you have ended with a smile, I believe that would leave the first and last impression is very important, and you will leave a very nice last impression for the audience. So overall, I think that you really practice very well and already achieved the standard of an exemplary speaker. Tonight, you were very lively with your hand gestures. You used signposting language, and you were very active. Remember to smile at the end, and then your speech will be great. Please be proud with what you have achieved tonight. That's all. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much for your evaluation, Peter. And that concludes the speech evaluations for today. I'd like to thank all the evaluators for doing such an exceptional job with their thoughtful feedback and for helping your members grow. And we'll move on to the evaluation for the table topic speeches that will be delivered by the wonderful Eva Chin.
Thank you, GE Sarah. Hi, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests today. So today, the topic itself is lead the way. I'm happy to share a few things that I observe. To be honest with everyone, this is the first time that I do the table topic elevator. So this is what I found. Our first speaker, Crystal, when the moment you receive the topic from June, it says brings the light to the dark. Immediately, even myself is looking at you that moment. What is going to be shared by Crystal later? I was like, what is this topic all about? And I admire how Crystal immediately comes with a storytelling mode. Do you realize that she's using the darkness, the black, then the dreams, out of sudden with the lecturer? I have to give Crystal a compliment. She is a very natural person in catching audience attention. Even though there are times that we might not understand what she's trying to say in first, but you will get the story later. So this is something I found out from Crystal, the curiosities that she can create to make me continue to listen. I also have found out that she have a beginning, a middle part, and an end part, so that we can understand what she's trying to convey. The only thing, in my opinions, because it's a table topic, most of the time people will use filler sounds like which is totally understandable because even myself will do the same things as well. So I suggest maybe during the impromptu, you can have a short pause so that you give the speakers and also give the audience some moments to think. Overall, I appreciate Crystal because she's take the courage to actually tackle this hard topic, to be honest. And she smiled a lot. This is a very good things that we should share, especially when we do impromptu. Okay, move on to our second topic, second speaker, Pepe. Pepe, she has this topic called Open Up Your Heart, which once again, I find it not easy to tackle on the spot, of course. I admire how she connected to her personal Toastmaster journey. She mentioned about June Bear, how June actually inspired her to open up and join Toastmaster. And June also shared that the past 2 years, she see how Pepe evolve, and that's a very good heartfelt about. Pepe, okay, also have a very presence, clear voice, which make her story easy to understand. And I noticed that once she passed the first minute, immediately she become very confident because you already digest what you have been trying to understand, and the flow is smooth. She also have filler sound, but you will not notice. In my opinion, her filler sounds is very what I call, it's like she's talking. So I find her is very nice. Yeah. Okay. So overall, Pepe give a very sincere, authentic response, which her voice is very carry out a lot of warmth. Last is Hui Yin. Not sure you all realize that when Hui Yin, the first 1 minute, I noticed that she, in the beginning, she seems to think deeply. She thinks a lot about the topic because the topic was put the past behind and cherish the present. So her body language are very visible because she's trying to think. When she tried to think, I noticed that she's shaking her head quite sometimes. It's very visible. But out of sudden, also, again, when you reach 1 minute, she get what the rhythms, what she want to share. And you will say this thing, I remember, plan for the future, live in the present, and don't think about the past. And I was like, out of sudden, like, impressed by Huyin. Wow, okay, that's a very big statement. Yeah. So you also introduce grounding. How grounding can help you to forget about the past. Which is say you have to, it's a very creative way because it catch my attention. Like, for example, you need to use the senses, like smell, you need to use touch. So that's how I feel. So with a bit of control about the body language when you are the first minute, I think this is very good enough. Yeah. So overall, I really want to take the opportunity to say thank you for those that courage, to take this opportunities to speak up impromptu. And today's topic is really a very, very hard for all the speakers. So you all did a very wonderful job. And thank you. Over to you. Back to Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. That was a very detailed evaluation. I like how you took the time to give examples from every speech. All right. Now, as per our agenda, I will move on to the technical role player team, the tag team, for them to deliver their report. Oh, I'm sorry. I see there's a special sharing session by Venus Club officers.
Yes, Sarah, sorry that I make mistake at the agenda. It should be after GE evaluation only for the sharing.
Okay, no problem. Then we'll move on to the tag team for them to deliver their report. May I please ask the timer to deliver her report?
Okay, you can see my screen, right? So, wow, I'm very inspired by all the speeches and evaluations today. Indeed, like everyone is like has a quite lengthy speeches. For prepared speeches, Eliza Low and Retno meet the required speech time within 5 to 7 minutes. For table topics, we also have Crystal and Pepe still within the buffered time of 30 seconds after the 2 minutes. So with this, within the prepared speeches and table topics, Anisha and Huyin actually already exceeded the time. And for the evaluations, all the evaluator meet the required time. Thank you.
All right. Now, can we please move on to the counter for the report?
Sure. Hello. Hi, thank you, Sarah. So, ladies, if you can see my screen, this is in our culture reports. So, we have a couple of speakers tonight. So, particularly, I noticed we use a lot of being a Malaysian, right? So, it's a champion of tonight. There are total 34. And of course, as you can see on the screen, we have 3 speakers, Retno, Elisha, and also Peter, who has 0 filler words. Let's give them a round of applause, right? I actually pay a lot of attention to you, Elisha, but however, you impressed me. There isn't any filler word for this round. Thank
Are
you.
you
And
serious?
yeah, I do.
I
Okay.
can't believe.
You can listen to the recording if you don't believe me. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Toastmaster June. Could we please move on to the final member, the grammarian?
I'll just thank you, GE. I'll just read it from what I've written, it's easier. So basically, the word of the day has been used at least 5 times by Rizan, 3 times by Eliza. June has also used it 3 times, Even 1 time, Mei Hong 1 time, and Peter 1 time. And for the improper grammatical errors or uses, it will be trigger me to sell the speech to her. It should be trigger me to present the speech to her. Better than the last, it should be better than before. Drown in the sea, swim. It should be drown in the sea, and I still have to swim anyway. We won't let you to jump. We are not going to let you jump. 7 horses runs together. 7 horses, 1 path, each one built to lead. That would be the right way to say. And there are some amazing quotes and thoughts and words that the Toastmaster here has been using for tonight in their speech. Reasons one was not just a title, it's a way of our mindset and attitude towards it. And thorn among the roses that is being used as well is a very good phrase. For Eliza will be being a newbie or a protege. And also, not every launch is successful. Tremendous improvement, and take 1 step at a time and never give up. For Retno will be the right job for the right person. I like the one that she's using, the bouncy castle, and lots of vibes, and the freedom to carry out things along the way. And the most important quote, that teamwork is important in every successful event that is being done. For Eliza's one, I like the quote that she made. It's a bit catchy. English is like a monster in her bed. The best thing is to counter the other side of fear. And another one where she has mentioned as well, who you are tomorrow will be what you do today to make the difference. And Crystal's one is a dream in the class, and Ewan's one is the added value that is adding on. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a very detailed report, and I believe everyone's inspired because you took the time to evaluate every speech and pick out all the nice phrases. Thank you for that. All right, I will now move on to my report. And all right, well, fellow Toastmasters and guests, that's me. It's been a fun meeting and it's been full of life stories and life lessons. And let's not forget a few filler words. And that's just because we wanted to keep June busy. So let's do a quick review. And I will try not to be too critical because I think it's important to recognize that all these meetings take a lot of work and we don't have visibility on everything that the members do to put meetings together. So being too critical doesn't really help motivate them. So I will try and keep it uplifting. All right. Well, the room was set up on time. However, we did manage to have a 7-minute overrun, which I know thanks to our diligent timer. And our Toastmaster of the evening did a wonderful job coordinating with everyone before the meeting, providing the info pack, the link to the info pack that contained everything. It even contained a script for the GE, which is wonderful. And we did commence on time in spite of the overrun. However, leading up to the first speech, we had a 3-minute delay. But we quickly got back on track because Risun was smart enough to cut the break short. Guests were warmly welcomed and guided on what to expect. Believe it or not, I actually have the agenda with red arrows pointing to when I need to speak. So that was really useful for me. And a special shout out to whoever did that. Everyone was introduced properly, and the Toastmaster of the day, Risun, made her entrance on cue. Transitions were very fluid, and she kept up the energy. There was a very lively tone overall. And she came fully prepared. And she clarified that the theme was lead the day, and lead the day she did. Her enthusiasm really kept us engaged throughout. A minor suggestion, perhaps offering a little more background on each speaker and each evaluator so that we have more context. But other than that, everything was done perfectly. The tag team, I must say that Michelle did a wonderful job of introducing the word of the day. And I love the fact that she took the time to assess every speech and pick out verbs and pick out phrases that were used that she thought were worth mentioning. And then our timer, Chu Fong. She was so alert and precise. I love her report. It was so clean and so easy to understand with the yes or no. Were you on time? No or yes. And she clearly took the time to explain all the time signals and gave cues. And my favorite part was the fact that time's up was in all caps on the screen. So there were no excuses for time overruns. June did a wonderful job of keeping track of all the filler words. If she had kept track of mine, I'm pretty sure that chart would be full. I think the evaluators also did a wonderful job. Even offered a very comprehensive evaluation of Eliza's speech. You can really see her industry expertise. Mei Hong was really radiant with her beautiful smile, and I love the fact that she took the time to summarize all the key points. Peter took on a very structured approach, and it was beautiful because he really focused on the delivery and got very technical about it. And our table topic evaluator did a wonderful job as well, taking the time to give examples from every single speech. That's very difficult. And overall, our topics master came up with wonderful topics. I love the fact that she had a slide ready, even though she was assigned to that role last minute. Now, my final thoughts, wrapping things up. We had all the right elements for a great meeting. So I think a couple of minutes in time overruns is perfectly fine. It's excusable. And I think overall, Risun, you did a wonderful job of hosting today. You brought your A game. And thank you so much to everyone for making this a very memorable meeting. Okay, back to you, Risun.
Thank you, Sarah. Your lovely words make my days. Thank you so much. So next, we would like to proceed with our next sessions with special arrangement sessions, where we would like to invite all our club officials to share on their experience. Why so? Because next month, the second meeting of May, we will have an election for our next term EXCO. So before that, I would like to invite all our club officers to share on their experience and what they have gained throughout the leadership path that they have been through over this term. So let's hand over the session to our president, Ewan.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam TOE. Yes, it's the time where we want to look for new blood to as our successor for the next club officers, right? Please allow me to share the screen. How to make this full screen? One moment. Slideshow. Okay, thank you. So this is our team of club officers 2024 to 2025, right? I'm very proud to work with amazing 6 ladies over here: Alicia, Mei Hong, Crystal, Pei, Michelle, and also Redno. Forgive me, all of these ladies do look better in real life because out of time constraint, I just have to make a screenshot, right, to all these candid photos, so they are prettier in real life. Okay, except me, because this is a photo 2 years ago, so I have a sharper jawline back then. I just realized that. Okay, and this for president. So let me start. What is the president's role? Right? I'm the 4th president for Winners Toastmasters Club. We started with Angeline, then June, then Risan, and myself, right? So the responsibility is, first of all, we have to provide positive leadership to all officers and members. And we build a cohesive team and ensure all tasks are completed. So in Venus, in Toastmasters, we have a KPI, which we call that DCP points. And it's our job to ensure that the KPI are met, okay? And that will qualify us as the President Distinguished Club. So there's a tier and it's a recognition for that. And all of us, not only me, 7 of us have to work together towards this goal. So my job is overseeing and facilitate the club meetings and to ensure that all of the KPIs and the DCP points will be met by end of the year. And of course, as a president, I will have to lead by example and treat all members fairly and equally. Throughout this year, what I learned, right? Most importantly, I learned how to lead a team in positivity. Can I do better? Of course, I will share more in my speech later on in the future speech. And I think I have improved in the organization management, how to manage a team, right? How to manage a team of 7 people, very dedicated people, very dedicated ladies. And if I cannot lead them to achieve early president, I don't think I can lead any team out there. So that's the reason why I took the role as president, because I want to challenge myself. If I cannot lead this club, all of us are very dedicated people. How about the leadership outside of Toastmasters Club? So this is a challenge. And I also learned how to become a lubricant in the team and bring in resources, right? When the team needs it, we have to be the resources and pull around the resources and provide to the team to help to ease their job. So this is what I learned. I'm looking for the next president, the 5th president. If you are looking forward to enhance your leadership, how to bring winners to another A game, please be the next person at the next box over here, right? And I would like to pass the floor to VPE, Mei Hong.
Thank you, President Jun. Thank you, President Ewan.
Wait. Okay, next. Yes.
Okay, as the Vice President Education, My responsibility is to set up meeting agendas and assign meeting rules, manage club schedule and plan meeting, encourage and manage member progress in pathway, and manage mentor program. This manage mentor program, I got a little bit extra help from our VPM Alicia this year. Thank you very much. So this is here some of the responsibilities. Like you said, all the meetings for the sign rules. Usually I try to assign first, and I will ask for any help lah. But good that I got a very good team that we can help together to set up the rules. So this is some of the skills that I learned: strategic planning and time management. Because even though the meeting is still like just twice a month, but actually when you do the work and to find the role player, you really need to arrange your time, because I feel like it's like a blink of eye, then the next meeting is coming up already. So we really need to arrange. I really need to arrange my time very good here. So this way I learn what I learned here. Evaluate member performance and determine their strength and weakness. Because some members, maybe they are not ready to give their speech, they are too busy, or some members, maybe they just need a little bit push to start their icebreaker speech. So this is what I learned. Next is networking. This is through finding role player. I will need to communicate to other clubs, or need to communicate to all the team member personally to ask them what is their interest, what their club is, how to communicate with them. Then lastly will be what I learned is motivate others to set and achieve their personal goals. For example, if you have your goals, if you want to speak without filler words, then maybe I will assign you some rules just such as our counter. Or if you want to achieve a triple count, then I will try my best to slot all the speech. Then I will like try to this what I learn. I need to motivate them. Sometimes they are like too busy with work, they forget about this. Then I need to learn how to motivate them. So this is my role. One.
I invite our VPM, Alicia.
Hi, everyone. Okay, as my responsibility is promote the club and recruit new member. Of course, how to promote the club, I have all the ladies here help me and guide me, and especially need the poster to help me to promote. Then, manage the process of converting guests to members. So I have to follow up with the member every guest that before our member invite, then I will get the name first, and then I'll follow up with them, then invite them to our meeting and monitor membership level and strategize with the club EXCO committee to cover membership, conduct membership building program, and also like just now you all see the membership induction. Okay, I have to have a chat with the new member, and then pass the message to VPE or any others member that they need the info from the new member. And also what the skill I learned is networking and relationship building. Is not only in Toastmaster, it's also outside, because all the guests is from nowhere. So I need to communicate with them, and then need to know what is their background. Then you have to go and research, and then bring up the topic, and then know through the communication to understand what they need from what they want to learn from this Toastmaster Club. Yeah, of course, the internal and external communication skill. I think this one hit me a lot during this term, because the way that you talk with the peers and with the head and with the new and with the outsider is different, because you cannot talk like a friend. Sometimes we have to honor and respect everyone. Then it's also positive small group collaboration within the EXCO, and also sometimes it's within VPE and president. Then we will have a small talk and collaboration. And the other things that is, I can say soft skill is open-minded, because every time you face the rejection, you need to be, your heart need to be open. To when people close your door, then you need to be more open. And the other one is thick skin. Really thick skin. No matter blue stick blue stick, then I will just try to invite them next time. So in the way that you learn, because I remember that senior tell me before, when I feel I face rejection, then I feel failure, then I will very scared. I don't like fail. But it's also you have not enough facing the problem or the things that is not much enough. So you will feel like scared or fear. But when it's every day you face it, then never mind lah. Okay, why not? Try again. Yeah, so this is my experience and what I learned from the Toastmaster. I will encourage you. Don't say I cannot. Say try, why not? And try me, not why me. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alicia, for sharing. It's a hard journey, right? Recruiting people is a continuous effort. But throughout the journey, we really learned a lot, okay? The time are not wasted, really the amount of effort we put in. So let's hear it from our current Vice President of Public Relations, Crystal, being from knowing nothing about social media. Right, over to you.
Good evening, ladies. Okay, so the responsibilities you can see is mostly is before and after the meeting, and not so much during the meeting. So I'm free like today, no role to play. So one of the benefits, you can play a role during the meeting as well. So for VPPR responsibilities, like you see the video background and the posters and all, it's done by the VPPR or the shadow team. I'm very blessed. I have a very awesome shadow team who actually helps me with a lot of things. And you can see in Instagram, somebody is posting up right now as we speak as well. So in that context, the skills that I learned from the beginning, when I still remember the first day I caught hold of Mei Hong, who was the VPBR before this. I have no idea what even was Canva. I was like, Photoshop, something like that. Which button to press? So, and during the course of time, you pick it up a bit here and there. By all means, I'm still a bit clueless. Yes, you can be if you have to pitch, June, you want to be the next VPR, pitch your this one and the rest will work. But I would say from somebody who has not known anything about Canva, how to do something, I've been blessed. And I have a wonderful VPPRs before me, and I have a very awesome shadow team that actually assists me. But through the course, I actually pick up things like, I can schedule LinkedIn posts. Oh, there's something called Facebook Meta Business Suite. I'm like, Canva looks like this. So if you want to know all about this and improve your skill, social media in this time of digital age, be the next VPBR. Over to you, Ewan.
Thank you so much, Crystal, for sharing. In fact, Crystal, her background is sales, and now she has learned so much about social media and getting on hand, right? Already up to date with the latest designing skills using Canva and understanding so many shortcuts and knowing how to insert a good prompt in ChatGPT to generate content very fast. So if this is something that you're looking forward, improve in social media and how to create content, please volunteer yourself as the Vice President of VPPR. Your time will not be wasted. So how about secretary? Secretary, can I invite our fourth secretary, Pepe, to talk about her responsibilities?
Hello, evening, ladies. So as secretaries, right, I think my role is much easier lah, as compared to the previous, exco. But yeah, mainly my responsibilities is to take minutes at the exco meeting, which later on also uh, uh, being picked up by our president because yeah, she did a very good job in preparing all the slides and also in summarize all the action items needed by each exco and things like that. Yeah. Other than that, I also maintain the club records and file, and as well as the to-do list for next is to update the club and officer list to submit to TI. Then also the club quality campaign submission, which we submitted recently, and congratulations again to all winners club members that we achieved the gold awards. Yeah. Then on top of that, because of the secretary role, it's not so busy as compared to others. I'm also the extended team to our media team. Yeah. Okay, so the skills that I have learned, of course, is the organization skills and attention to details, where I be it on the reporting or taking down meeting minutes and things like that. And because of this, I think my listening skills have improved. Yeah. Okay. Then another thing is on the record maintenance, where I have to keep some of the documents organized and easy to retrieve when it is needed. Yeah. Okay. And on top of that, of course, the communication skills, because working closely with all the other six ladies on how to run and support the club, it really helps to build trust within our team. Yeah. And last but not least, the teamwork skill. I always believe that teamwork makes the dream work. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank you all the six ExCom members for your amazing contribution as well for the past year. And I hope this sharing can inspire more new blood to step up as our new ExCom in the coming new term. Yeah, that's all I have. Thank you. Back to you, Evan.
Okay, thank you so much, Pepe. Secretary is not easy role. It's just lighter, lighter responsibilities. That's why thank you so much for taking up the opportunity, lead the way, right, to become the extended media team. So these are the initiatives that Pepe have made throughout the term. Okay, of course, I think she learned a lot throughout the communication being in the club officers in the first term. We don't want to overwhelm her, so she took a lighter role. And throughout this whole term, I believe she has learned about the communication as well, because the real communication and real leadership starts in club officers. This is what I think, right? So how about our treasurer? Can I invite Michelle? Okay, our fourth treasurer.
Hi, everyone. I actually took the treasurer role. I still remember when I just joined Venus Toastmaster in the month of March. And June asked me, why don't you start promoting or electing yourself to be one of the club officer at that time? It was just like in, I think, May or June, we started to have election. And I gotten this treasurer role because of my current job role as well as a finance person. So taking this role is actually kind of easier for me because it's just more of like collecting and submitting all the memberships due to the TI International. And of course, I have a very good partner, which is the VPM, the membership, that she has to tell me, okay, now you tell me which one are the one that I need to pay first and who are the one that has already paid the membership. And she did a very good job in collaborating with me together to ensure that we are able to meet this distinguished club, early distinguished club. Yeah, because during that session of the 1 month, the March, it's not easy meddling with incoming and those that we need to renew. At the same time, we have to ensure that we are still meeting our KPI as well in order to be the early distinguished club. Of course, I believe that anyone here would also do the same for the benefit of our club and making our club to be the early distinguished club. And of course, creating budget, maintain and update financially. Yeah, it seems easy task, but actually no, because every now and then you have to maintain your financials. At least a quarter of 3 months to 4 months, so that you know where your outs are going to and your ins are coming in, and you have to track the bookkeeping as well. But I guess for someone who has not been a treasurer, I think it's a good role to take this role, so that you know how the in and the out behaves in terms of your transaction. And at the same time, you will understand well of the communicating with the entire team, because we have some spending as well. Every now and then we have treats and we have events that are going on. So we need to make sure that we do not use more than what we're supposed to. And this is actually quite an interesting role that you can consider to take. And I know there are some people already eyeing on this role in our team here. Okay, so that's all. And then for skill learn, I think it's not just basic bookkeeping, but you also learn about teamwork as well, together with the entire club officers here, because they have events, they have to tell you when, and after that they have to pay, and you need to refund in terms of certain expenses, and whether all these expenses are kept properly or not. It's very important for us to continue the heart of this club. Okay, I don't have anything to add on. That's all. Back to you, Evan.
Thank you. Every club needs money. Whatever we do, we need money. So your role is very important to keep a healthy financial statement, right? If not, we cannot run the club without money. Thank you, Michelle. I want to invite very important role, Retno, for being present in every meeting, Sergeant at Arm. Over to you.
Thank you. Promise 30 seconds. I think the skills are quite similar for my the responsibilities are there. I think everybody can read that, the skills learned. But from my personal development with my IT skills have been improving since I started Toastmasters under Krista, who I was shadowing Krista. That's how I learned before I took up this job or this role. And Krista just really a lot. I had session with her. So the rest are quite similar with the rest of other officers. But yes, IT skills. Now I can do Zoom easily. But at the beginning, it was a struggle. Thank you very much, Evan. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Retno. Yeah, Retno mentioned something, right? It's about personal growth. So why are we here? 7 of us, we want to dedicate our time, okay, for Venus Club. This is because there's something in it that we want. All right, like Retno, she wants IT skill. For me, I want to improve on leadership skill. There's always something that we want to improve, and we cannot get it out there. So Toastmasters is a platform that we can practice, because no one is going to pinpoint, or no one's going to school if you do something wrong, because this is not a corporate, right? Our club need you, Toastmasters Club need you. So what's in it for you if you join us as a club officers, right? One thing, leadership is a learned skill. We need to practice it. Very less of us are born with leaders, all of us have to practice. We need to do more, and then we learn from the mistake. So serving as a club officers, right, will help you, give you an opportunity to practice what you desire, what you really want in your personal growth, right? And you might think, okay, what am I is new, or am I not experienced enough for the role, right? Really, fret not, because experience is not required, okay? We will be trained twice in every term in club officers training. And then you have so many of us experienced Toastmasters, June, Risan, myself, and also other mentors, right, out there will be ready to guide you and then to give you an advice on how to perform better and how to run this club better. So relates to item number 3. Every club, okay, there will be someone serving and guiding you, especially like area director. For this term, we are very lucky. We have immediate past president and also area director Risan in helping us. So there will be always people that you can reach out. So if you see this sharing, if you find something that you desire, let us know and we will be more than happy to welcome you on board, right? So more club officers, we need you to run this Venus Toastmasters Club. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ewan, to arrange all our club officer to arrange for these special sharing sessions. I believe throughout the sessions, all our members here have some basic idea on what it's all the role about and also the skill set that we can learn throughout if we play the role as club officers. Of course, as I mentioned in the group chat, this club is not run by only one person or two person, but it's all of us together. Club officers work together to guide us as members of this club to fight for not only achieve the goal of that district set, but also our personal growth. Remember, we set the goal for ourselves with our mentor. So leadership is one of it that you can think about when you set your goal in upcoming. And of course, for me, I will be the host for running the elections. So I would open the floor for all of our members here. If you have interest on certain role, you can private message me, nominate yourself to be one of our nominator on this role. So thank you. And with this, I would like now take off my hat as a Toastmaster of the evening and hand over the session to our president for the awards sessions. Back to you, Ewan.
Okay, very quickly, we would like to launch the award and recognition because we are quite late already. Can I have SAA to launch the award?
To the polls, the surveys, we have not done that.
Have we voted? No?
Not yet.
All right.
Sorry, it will be very quick because they're ready. Would like to let you know that we have two that are not eligible, Hunin and Lija. I'm sorry about that. I can do it very quickly and then maybe we do 1 minute and then it's okay? Right, so we can start with the topic first. Is that all right, Evan?
Yes.
Well, you all do the voting. Maybe any of you have any questions that would like to ask, then we can clarify here.
What is the process of the nomination for club officer?
Message me to nominate someone that you think they are fit in the role, and or you yourself, you have interest to take up certain role, you can message me. Later I will write again the message in our members group so that you all have some basic idea on all the 7 club officers roles.
Can I nominate myself for more than one role?
Yes, you can if you have the interest. But it will be great if you have certain specific goals or that you would like to achieve. Then I can further discuss which role fit you the best. But if you have interest more than one role, you are welcome to nominate yourself as well. Of course, we won't other people's volunteers nominate you. It not necessarily mean that you'll be volunteer. So I will also feedback to you that someone nominate your name in certain role. Will you accept this to be nominated? So the end, I will still ask your permission, of course.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, I think the poll is ready. Done, right? So I will now end the poll. The next is best evaluator.
Also, just to add on, right? I think I was trying to be fast just now. In Toastmasters, the way that we lead is a bit different when you compare to corporate because this is an NGO. So it really tests you. I think it really tests your patience, the way you talk. At work, the leader can just, hey, the client is asking for this. Can you do this for me? And blah, you get it done. You get what you want, right? But in Toastmasters, the story is different because we are here for self-improvement. Okay, you cannot. The way that we communicate is different. It really tests you. It really challenge. It really train your communication skill. Yeah, I'm sure the rest of the six of us top officers will agree on that. So I highly encourage new people like Hui Yin, okay, Erin, Chu Fong, Pei Pei taking a more challenging role. Xiao Zhen is not here. Eliza, right? All of those have to take the challenge and be part of the top officers committee because the real communication and leadership starts from serving in the club. Any questions from the floor? Maybe Eliza? Eva also, I think Eva can also join us as club officer. Would you be interested, Eva?
Don't know actually. I just joined 6 months ago. Then I look, oh, okay, I got new role already.
Yes.
Okay, I'll see how. Yeah.
You can start small. You can start taking a lighter role, okay? Not to lighter like secretary, treasurer, lighter role, right? And then you can see
Yeah.
how people lead inside, and then the next term you can take a heavier role.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry to
Okay.
interrupt, but the results are ready. I made a mistake of the speakers, although Alicia was not on time. I put in there, so there was a mistake. But I think this is quite we are quite flexible. So anyway, we can announce the winners. Is that all right, Yoi?
Yeah.
Sorry, President. Okay. So can I share? We will start with the topic. Speaker, the winner. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh. Please allow me to share the winner of the topic. Can you see?
Yes. No worries. Okay. Can we know who is the winner of best prepared speech?
Okay, let me see. Hold on.
Best table topic awards goes to our VPPR, Crystal Chin.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Can you win take picture and pin the winners, please?
Yes, I will take a picture. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Congrats, Crystal, for opening your eyes in the dark. Is that the topic? I forgot.
So, and then the next one will be the best speaker. I made a mistake. I put Alicia, but you know, this is the fact. And Lisa was the favorite. So the winner is Alicia.
Alicia. Thank you. Congratulations, Alicia. Yes.
Thank you. But in context, overtime is overtime.
It's all right.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3. This is not a contest. We can make mistake here.
Okay.
Okay, I already took photo.
Right. So the last one will be the best evaluator.
Oh, thank you.
The result.
Thank you everyone for voting me. Thanks. All right, I already took photo.
Yes. Okay. So now we are going to the certificate of. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Actually, I made a mistake. There are two, Mei Hong and you Mei Hong and Even. You both had the same
Okay.
voters. So
Mei Hong is Leon. Okay,
yes.
I think it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, look into
It's
the
okay.
screen, Mei Hong.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Mei Hong.
Okay. Now the recognition.
Peter. Thank you, Peter, for joining us and be our evaluator for Alicia. 1, 2, 3. Thanks.
Okay. And the last
you.
list part. Sarah Hassan.
Yep, Sarah. I think Sarah is the second time as GE in our club.
Yes, I think Sarah leave.
All right.
I can't.
Never mind.
Please.
I will send her the certificates after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's all.
That's all. Thank you so much,
Yes.
everyone. Yep. Let's respect everyone's time, right? Good night. Once again, I want to remind everyone tonight's theme is lead the way, right? Please go back, sleep, and then think about what you really want for 2025. What's the goal that you want to achieve? What you really desire for the personal growth, right? I see a smile on Wendy's face. There's a lot of things that you want to achieve in your life. You have great potential. Why not make use of this opportunity to take the club officer's role, right? It's not that hard. Very fast. The time flies 9 months only. Then about March, we will be okay already. Then we can pass over the baton. It's not like 1 year. Don't think too much, right? You can always do first. Do first, and the rest we will solve it one by one. Okay? Without further ado, I hope this message will pass through you. Yes, Pepe.
Sorry, after you, can I just have 30-second airtime?
Yes, I think you can have the
Okay.
airtime now.
Oh, okay. Okay, ladies, everyone, just want to remind you guys again that for the upcoming meeting, it's our health talk. So we are all very honored to have Dr. Anuradha from Beacon Hospital to share with us on what every woman should know about gynae cancer. So please help to register and also spread around for this workshop. Invite anyone that you think that can be benefit from the workshop from this health talk. Yeah. And also I will be consolidating the questionnaires so that I can send it over to doctor to prepare before the talk. So if any one of you have any questions, please feel free to PM me on the questions. Yeah. Okay. And yes, last but not least, please help to around because it's very rare that we can invite doctor to give us this kind of health talk. So we want to make sure everyone, as many people as possible to benefit from this talk. Yeah, that's all I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pepe. Yep, thank you. Thank you, everyone. If you have more questions about gynae cancer, please text Pepe and have a very good evening. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.